In the year 2157, humanity had advanced far beyond its humble beginnings, conquering space and establishing colonies on distant planets. Yet there were still those who viewed Earth as primitive, a relic of a bygone era, stuck on the fringes of galactic civilization. The Interstellar Council, made up of the most advanced species in the universe, had long dismissed Earth as a backwater planet, unworthy of the attention of galactic powers. It was considered a place for trade, tourism, and little else. But they were wrong, terribly wrong. It all began when an unknown alien species, the Androthians, entered the Milky Way galaxy. Their fleet, massive and glowing with otherworldly energy, arrived in the solar system with one mission in mind: to conquer and enslave humanity. Their technology was so far advanced that it made even the most advanced human weapons look like toys in comparison. The Androthians had encountered many species in their intergalactic travels, but humans had always been dismissed as a primitive, underdeveloped species, so their invasion began with little to no resistance expected. The Androthians' first strike was swift and brutal. They disabled Earth's satellites, crippled communication networks, and rendered the human military's most advanced technology useless. Humanity's response was minimal. The planets and cities fell silent as the alien armada approached. But what the Androthians did not anticipate was humanity's most valuable weapon: its resolve. The Androthians had no idea what kind of creatures they were dealing with. They had no experience with humans, and they had not accounted for the infinite capacity for creativity, innovation, and sheer will that humans possessed. The first hint of trouble came when a human engineer named Dr. Ilara Hayes, working in an underground research facility, discovered something unexpected while examining the wreckage of the Androthian ships. She had spent her career studying human-made technology, but what she found in the alien wreckage was something unique: a mysterious energy source that was beyond even the Androthians' technology. It was based on quantum entanglement, a concept humanity had only just begun to grasp, but she knew enough to realize the potential it held. Dr. Hayes, with a team of brilliant scientists and engineers, reverse-engineered the alien technology. In a matter of months, they developed a device that could tap into this alien power source and weaponize it. The result was a quantum disruptor, a weapon that could scramble the very fabric of an alien's technology, rendering it useless. It was the perfect countermeasure to the Androthian threat. The device was tested in secret, and when the Androthians' forces attempted to invade the capital cities, Earth's defenders unleashed the new weapon. The results were devastating. The Androthian ships that once seemed invincible were suddenly crippled, their technology disintegrating under the quantum disruptor's power. In the chaos that followed, human soldiers, using a mix of traditional weapons and newly developed quantum technology, fought back with an intensity that the invaders had never seen before. The Androthians, who had initially underestimated humanity, now found themselves struggling for their lives. The very species they had believed to be primitive, backward, and defenseless had turned the tide of the war with a combination of ingenuity, sheer determination, and an unyielding will to survive. The Androthians retaliated with everything they had, but humanity's counterattacks were relentless. Cities that had once been considered weak were now fortresses. The old human weapons were fused with alien technology, creating a new era of war machines. Humans, the species that had been written off as primitive, had just become the most dangerous force in the galaxy. As the war raged on, the invaders were forced to retreat, their morale shattered. They realized that Earth's true power lay not in its technological might alone, but in its people, the heart and spirit of humanity. Their capacity for innovation and adaptability had turned the tide against an overwhelmingly superior force. Earth had fought back, not just with weapons, but with an indomitable will to protect their home, their families, and their future. Soon the Androthians, once the conquerors, were on the defensive, and they realized that their attempt to enslave humanity had failed. The Earth was no longer just a primitive planet in the eyes of the galaxy. It was a symbol of resistance, of triumph against impossible odds. The invaders finally capitulated, and the surviving Androthian fleet fled the solar system, leaving behind a humbled and broken force. But humanity's victory had only just begun. The galaxy would never again view Earth as primitive. In fact, the Androthians had unknowingly ignited a new chapter in human history. Earth would now be seen as a beacon of strength, resilience, and innovation. As the Interstellar Council convened to discuss the defeat of the Androthians, they realized that they had made a grave mistake by underestimating Earth. In the council chambers, as the leaders of the galaxy debated the future of humanity, they could not ignore the undeniable truth. They had misjudged Earth. Humans were no longer just a small, insignificant species. They were a force to be reckoned with. And so, the legend of humanity spread across the stars. The story of how Earth, once considered primitive and unworthy, had stood up against the most powerful beings in the universe, became the foundation for a new galactic order. The galaxy would forever remember that Earth was no longer a place to be ignored. It was a world that had shown the universe the true meaning of survival, strength, and the power of the human spirit. The Androthians, who had come to conquer, left with their heads hung low, their once glorious fleet shattered. The humans, on the other hand, stood tall, ready to take their place among the stars. The universe would now have to reckon with Earth's true potential, and the invaders had learned a lesson they would never forget. Never underestimate humanity. The end.